Welcome back everyone, and this is what a coupe on a Kazakhstan sleeper train looks like. Have a look. Space for 4 people, so 2 beds at the bottom and then these 2 at the top which fold down. Lucky enough to have it to myself so far. Not sure that's going to be the case all the way to Almaty, but it'd be amazing if it was. Yes, second class, so not first class, but third class is sitting in a seat, which I could not imagine. Some of these train trips in Kazakhstan can be 2 days, 3 days long. But anyway, yeah, heading back down to Almaty. Astana was interesting, and yeah, I'm just going to try and enjoy this train trip, catch up on some sleep. Yeah, I'll keep you updated, let you know how it goes. A couple of hours into this trip, and I don't know what's going on. I appear to be the only person on this train, or at least on this carriage. It's got my room here, it's still empty. I'm just walking down here. Not a single person to be seen or heard. Quite strange. I mean, we are stopping in a city called Karaganda, probably in like half an hour. I assume people will get on there, although no one got on in Astana, so yeah, I mean, I hope it stays this way, but we'll see. It's never been on a train by myself before. Alright, welcome back. I'm here in Almaty. Just spent the past couple of days here, had a bit of a rest. Not done too much, but today I'm getting a bus to Bishkek in Kyrgyzstan, a new country. So let's go. I can't wait. Well, welcome to Bishkek, the capital city of Kyrgyzstan. And for the first time in about a month, I haven't got my coat on. It's a lovely spring day here, it's a lot warmer. Arrived here last night from Almaty, and the views on the bus trip were incredible, driving through the mountains. So anyway, today let's go check out the city, see what Bishkek's like. I've heard good things about Kyrgyzstan. So I'm heading to a place called the Osh Bazaar, which is like one of the main shopping areas of Bishkek. Just have a look up ahead here at these mountains. It's not too different to Almaty. The city's just surrounded by a backdrop of mountains. Also noticed it's a bit less polluted here. The air's a bit cleaner. I guess makes sense because it's a smaller city. Anyway, yeah, let's head to this bazaar. Right, so I'm at the Osh Bazaar. Here it is, just up ahead here. First impressions, Bishkek is slightly less modern than Almaty and Astana. Just from my first 10 minutes walking around. But yeah, let's keep exploring. Well, I actually came here looking for a SIM card, but all I found so far is knockoff clothes and local produce, which is fine. I don't mind walking around. I didn't see anything like this in Kazakhstan. I guess because I went to the 2 biggest, most modern cities. But yeah, it's quite interesting so far. Kyrgyzstan is slightly different. I think I found a shop that sells it. Let's try and get one. Здравствуйте. Do you speak English? Чуть-чуть. У вас есть сим-карта?
Сим-карта?
Да. Это?
Мегаком?
Да.
Не, мегаком у нас нет.
Нет?
Мегаком вот здесь есть.
Где? Там.
Вот этот пацан, видишь, вот этот.
Да, там. Да, спасибо. Спасибо. Okay. Okay, got to see some of my pigeon Russian in action. Right, I think I found where to buy it, but I'm going to need some cash, so I'm just going to head to an ATM quickly. Right, SIM card sorted. Cost me a bit under 2 USD for a week and 16 gigabytes. So that's an absolute bargain if you ask me. So yeah, now I'm just going to walk further into the city centre and see what's here in Bishkek. That's where I am at the moment. Kind of like Almaty, lots of the Soviet era architecture. But yeah, let's keep exploring. A couple of things I've noticed so far, just from my hour or so walking around. The local Kyrgyz language here seems to be a lot more common than Russian, and then Kazakh is in Kazakhstan. So of course Kazakh has Kazakh and Russian, but Russian seemed to be the main language everywhere I went. But here they speak Russian, but Kyrgyz is preferred with the locals, I get the sense. Also, Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan are both Muslim countries, and Kyrgyzstan seems to be a bit stricter. I've noticed more women walking around here in the traditional headdress. And yeah, I just get the sense they take it a bit more seriously here. It's still no Saudi Arabia or Birmingham, but yeah, just an observation I've made so far. Also, so far, the English level here seems to be worse than it is in Kazakhstan. Like in Kazakhstan, most of the younger people, or not most, but a lot, could speak English quite decently. But here it doesn't seem to be like that. And look, I'm not having a go at them. Why should they speak English? You know, it's the third language here, not even the second. But yeah, just something I've noticed, and something that makes traveling here possibly a bit more difficult. So far, Bishkek is a pretty nice place. It's very clean, lots of green spaces everywhere, even on the side of the main road like this. And because it's warmer than Kazakhstan, there's no snow or ice on the street, so I don't have to look down and worry about slipping over every time I walk. But yeah, so far I'm liking Bishkek. So in a park in the center of Bishkek, over there you have the monument to the people's friendship and a nice big Kyrgyzstan flag up there. It's a pretty peaceful place, Bishkek. We're just walking a bit more through Bishkek, and it really is kind of a similar sort of place to Almaty, like a post-Soviet Central Asian city, backdrop of mountains, but you can see it from all over the city. Yeah, but maybe a bit cheaper than Almaty and a tiny bit less developed, but yeah, overall kind of similar. I think much like Kazakhstan, the best of Kyrgyzstan is out in the nature, and the mountains, and the horse riding. So yeah, I'm gonna try and I only plan on spending a day or two here in Bishkek. I'm gonna try and get out into the countryside, maybe to some lakes and mountains. So yeah, that's what I think so far of Bishkek. Well, a lot of you have been asking me to show more of where I'm staying. So yeah, here you go. I'm staying in a hostel here in Bishkek. It costs about $8 a night, so it's, yeah, one of the cheaper places you can get. But the room's empty at the moment. This is what it looks like. No one else is in. And this is my bed here, and my mess on the bed on the floor next to it. So yeah, apart from the odd hotel, I've been roughing it kind of on this trip most of the time, staying in these sorts of places. But yeah, I mean, hostels are a great way to meet other people traveling. Like even in this region, Central Asia, in Kazakhstan, I met heaps of other travelers. And traveling solo, you're just not going to do that unless you stay somewhere like that. But yeah, there you go. This is where I've been staying here. Alright, welcome back, and let's go and see some of Kyrgyzstan's iconic countryside. Today, going to head to the bus station, try and find a marshrutka, which is like a mini bus, to take me to the town of Caracol near Issyk Lake, a massive lake in the center of Kyrgyzstan. Let's go. That was quick. 500 som to Caracol, like $6-7 USD for a 6-hour trip. Not too bad. Well, about halfway to Caracol, just stopped on the side of the road and just take a look at the scenery here. It's absolutely incredible. Kyrgyzstan is the most amazing nature I've ever seen. And we're almost at the Issyk Lake, which is meant to be spectacular as well. Yeah, well, I've seen better. Well, good morning from Caracol in eastern Kyrgyzstan, and I feel like I'm the only person here. Have a look. But everywhere you look here, you can see this backdrop of mountains really close to the town behind me there. Anyway, let's go into the town centre and see what's here. Well, I stumbled upon something pretty interesting. See here, a church to the left. Let's go have a look what a church in far eastern Kyrgyzstan looks like. Well, have a look at this. I've never seen anything like it. It's like a typical Russian Orthodox style church, but it's made completely of wood. I just went in, but I wasn't allowed to film or take pictures. but it's more interesting, more impressive from the outside anyway, I reckon. Just looked it up, the church was built between 1894 and 1895, so before Soviet times actually. That was cool, wasn't expecting to find that. Anyway, let's go check out the city centre. Well, not too far from that church we were just at is this mosque, and it's currently prayer time, as you can hear. It's also right in the middle of Ramadan, and unlike in Bishkek, a lot more people seem to observe it here. Like going for lunch, not many people are eating in the restaurants, and last night when I went for dinner you could tell it was like everyone breaking their fast. It was like a big celebration almost, which is, yeah, kind of interesting to see. Of course, although you do have churches like this all over Kyrgyzstan, like that should I say, it is still a Muslim country, and the majority of the population, especially the Kyrgyz people, are Muslims. These mountains are incredible, even more so than the ones in Almaty and Bishkek, because they're even closer to the city if you just have a look up ahead. Just surrounding this place is these amazing mountains. It's quite nice to look at. So far, Caracol is a very quiet town with not much going on. A couple of people have told me that it's like in between seasons, like in the middle of winter people come for skiing, and in the summer people come for all sorts of outdoor stuff, but now it's in the middle of March. But yeah, this scene here is very typical of the former Soviet Union. Just those blocks of flats there. You see it all over the place in these sorts of... Right, morning. Time to make the most of being here. Let's go do some skiing today. Right, never skied holding a GoPro before, but let's see how we go. Let's have a look at this scenery here, it's incredible. Skiing in Kyrgyzstan. Not something I thought I'd ever say I'd do. This view is just incredible. You can see end of the season, the snow's starting to melt kind of. Thought I'd just show you a bit of a taste of what it's like. Well, that was Caracol, and I'm back here now in Bishkek, and tomorrow I'm going to be heading back to Almaty in Kazakhstan for a few days or so, not sure how long yet. I'm going to decide my next move, or where to go next. I've sort of spent about a month now in the Central Asia region, and it's time to start moving west now, I think, towards London. But anyway, yeah, I didn't do too much in Kyrgyzstan, I kind of took it easy, but really nice place, highly recommend it, especially just for the nature alone. The mountains here are incredible. Anyway, see you again soon, and we'll continue the journey overland to London.